So you're saying we're back and live on the air,
We're
Dave.
back in live, yeah.
Now, coming in from the chats, High Score Run, legendary viewer sent in an emoji of what looks to be a young emo boy grabbing their hair in a state of distress. Now, this is the second time this has happened in 3 weeks where your internet fumbles. I think you just might be cursed.
I think I am cursed, but I would like to say, and I'd like to
Yes.
announce it here on the show, that I have reconciled with my mother-in-law.
Okay, well, that's very good.
Yeah, thank you.
But in addition to your vacation plans getting ruined, you also caught strep throat on your trip.
No, I caught it before the trip.
Okay, so you caught strep throat and then went on vacation.
Yeah, that's right.
So were you sick throughout the trip?
Yes.
So it was a waste of time.
No, it was fun.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
How could you have a good time at an indoor rain-filled vacation with strep throat? You're a liar.
I'm not a liar, James. See, life is sometimes doesn't deal you the best hand, but you play the hand you're dealt, and you can have fun in situations that would otherwise be sad and depressing.
Well, now it's interesting that you bring up receiving hands. You got to play the cards you're dealt. It seems like you might also be cursed in the ways of gambling, because weren't you at one point in time playing online poker? Then a pizza delivery man buzzed your intercom that was connected to your I guess landline, dropping your internet connection, and then you lost a large sum of money.
That's correct. That did happen. That happened like a decade ago, though.
How much money did you lose?
I lost $2,000.
You lost $2,000 because you ordered a pizza.
That's right.
You might be cursed.
I don't think I'm. I've got my health, except I don't.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
I've got a loving family.
Do you?
Most of the time.
Okay.
I've got a daughter who's just a joy, and I've got a little son.
Okay. This is very much impressive that you're able to look at the clouds parting in an otherwise darkened sky to see the rainbow and the sun shining through.
And I've got a great internet connection.
Liar. Dave, this is a big episode tonight. It's
know.
almost like the past, present, and the future of At Home coming together.
I think so. I think just call me Scrooge McDuck.
Why would I do that?
Because the ghosts of futures past, present, and future.
Hey, are you like okay, man?
Yeah, I had a beer
really
before.
Stumbling through your dialogue tonight. You're giggling up a storm. Your internet sucks. You have strep throat. You're pretending that you had a great weekend. You're a mess.
Oh, did I tell you about my weekend? It was awesome.
Oh yeah, what'd you do?
I went to J Peak.
You spent all weekend inside.
That's right.
Dave, what if we get this show on the road?
Absolutely, I say we do it.
Now, we talked about our first guest right off the hop. Came to us for the first time during the COVID times of 2020 when people were being infected by the novel coronavirus. This relationship has blossomed into not only a holiday check-in, but a summer check-in. We are here tonight for that annual check-in. Please welcome St. Nicholas himself, Santa Claus. Santa, welcome back to the show, my friend. How are you?
Ho, ho, ho. How are you guys? Great to see you.
I'm better now. And I can safely say that I'm doing better than Dave. Santa, did you hear that off the top? I want to get your read. Do you think Dave was lying or was he telling the truth? Did he have a good trip or a bad trip?
Well, I've grown to love Dave very much, but Dave, you're a liar.
Santa,
Dave, I love you because I joke because I love it. Dave, I think you've eaten some gummy bears or something tonight. Maybe brownies. I'm not sure.
Now, Dave, that's going to put you on the naughty list, Dave.
well, I had that one beer.
Okay, so now we know what's going on. You had a beer tonight, Dave.
That's right.
Okay, well, I want to address something, Dave. It's been sort of an ongoing journey for you to try to get on Santa's good list. It's been difficult over the years. Santa, where does Dave currently fall this year in 2023? There's still quite a ways away until the holidays. But where is Dave right now? Is he on the nice list, the naughty list, or is he in some type of limbo in between?
Dave will be like a lot of people, always in purgatory. But but since we're 159 days to the big day,
yes,
I want you to know Dave's always going to be on my nice list. He's a great dad and a great guy.
Thank you, Santa.
And I think a very real friend to you.
Dave, see? I know now. I know you get nervous when Santa pops by because you know that you might say the wrong thing. You might
Sure.
not end up with presents this year.
Mhm.
How does it feel to know that, you're going to make your way onto the nice list and you're also a good friend and a good father?
I mean, it's a weight off my back, Santa. I'm not going to lie. I'm relieved.
Mhm.
Sometimes you don't want to mess up in front of Santa Claus. That's for sure.
I think Dave had more than one beer tonight.
It was a strong beer, James.
Okay, fair enough.
6.5%.
Really big beer.
It was a Vermont
Was it
beer.
a tall boy? Was it a tall boy, Dave?
It was a tall boy from Vermont.
Okay. Well, look, I'm not gonna press too hard. Santa, I want to get right into it quickly. We haven't chatted on the air since the holidays. How was Christmas 2022 for you? It's ways away now, but still probably somewhat of a memory.
Yeah, it was great. It was a busy year.
Yep.
Here, I'm pretty lucky, pretty blessed, and yeah, it was a great year. It's always great when it's over, but then
Yep.
as soon as it's over, it's like, oh man, I wish it wasn't over. So it's kind of one of those catch-22s.
Well, we share that sentiment immediately. I get the Christmas blues before Christmas is even over. Once Christmas Eve comes, Christmas Day, I sit there kind of wallowing in a pool of my own
Sweat?
despair, wishing that it was just going on and on. Now, Dave, what was that?
I said sweat.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting in some holiday sweat over there. I'm curious to know how the holidays are shaping up on your end. There's still, again, as you mentioned, what was it, 159 days?
159 days to the big day. That's
Okay,
the
so
Christmas
what does summer look like for Santa for the uninformed?
So, I mean, I don't really do summer. I don't like the heat. So
You and I both?
I'm just going to barrel through and work really
Yep.
hard. The lists
Okay.
are coming in, and we're working really hard up here. And
Mhm.
yeah, so we're gonna work really hard and prep for the season. So
Well, this feels appropriate that you're here for our What's Next 2023 episode. As we were talking about off the air, it's not often we get to chat about non-festive things. And I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to try to diversify our conversations that we have. So I'm curious to know, you mentioned you don't like the heat. This is what we share together. I'm curious. What's next for Santa in 2023? The holidays are going to be coming in fast and furious in only a few months. What's on your to-do list? Is there anything that you're eyeballing these days about what you want to get accomplished?
yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same old for me.
Yep.
The missus and a couple of the elves will probably go on vacation. I don't really travel well in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hang tight, but I'm just going to prep for the season. I'm pretty boring, really.
Yeah. Well,
I'll
again,
drink
this is why I think you and I get along, because I also happen to live a boring life. But you mentioned Mrs. Claus is going away on vacation. Here's the question: what does Santa do when Mrs. Claus and the elves are gone? That's what I want to know. How does Santa unwind when he's away from the wife?
I don't do much, Dave. I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
I will take care of a few things around the house and work. I
Okay.
will work tediously because that's kind of what I do.
You ever
And,
been to a
just
water
prep.
park, Santa?
You don't want to see me in a Speedo, Dave.
That's where you're
Well,
wrong,
that's
Santa
that's
Claus.
great because no one wants to see Dave in a Speedo either.
Well, there you go. We have something in common.
Well, Dave, I want to ask you. Look, you're a married man. I'm not married. I can't speak to this. Is there any advice you can give to Santa about what to do to let loose when the wife's out of town?
Have a board game night with the fellas, maybe.
Yeah.
Or catch up on your favorite Netflix show. You binge anything, Santa Claus?
I've really gotten into Peaky Blinders.
Okay, so this is something that I don't think anyone would have on their bingo card for Santa, right? Peaky Blinders, which I believe is a show about English organized crime.
That's right.
Very true. I think they were Irish, but either way.
Oh, was it?
UK.
Okay, well, I don't want to offend any of the
I
Irish
think,
out there.
but
I'd be
either way,
offending my own.
It's really great. It's really got me sucked in.
Okay, so that's potentially something that you can do when the wife's away. Dave, you also mentioned board games.
Sure.
Yeah, any board games that come to mind that you're playing while your wife is gone?
It's a great question, James.
Yeah.
There's a board game called Gloom.
I think you might be lying.
There's a board game called Gloomhaven.
Okay.
That I played a bit. I also enjoy, some online video games too.
Okay.
Yeah, you've gotten me some for the Christmas is past, Santa Claus.
You're welcome.
Now, Santa, I want to go to you. I want to go to you because you're very much an arbiter of what is right and wrong. You see everything. Do you think when Dave's wife's away that all he's doing is watching Netflix and playing video games and board games? Is Dave lying tonight? Because you can see through him more than I can.
I think Dave is a very loyal spouse.
Thank you.
How you're very welcome. However,
oh no.
However, I think there's more than one beer involved.
Okay, so now we know that Dave, according to Santa, the arbiter of what is right and wrong, you are a loyal spouse. And I do want to say that I would have never in a million years accused Dave of adultery. It's nice to know. It's nice to know that we know for sure that Dave is not an adulterer. No. Dave, do you find yourself drinking more when your wife is gone? Be honest.
I've knocked back a couple of eggnogs, sure, in my time.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. A little unwind after work, a tough day at the office.
Yeah, a little cocoa never hurt anyone.
Well, sad, I don't know about that.
Okay, so we're getting to the bottom of things. Okay, so your wife's gonna go on vacation, gonna take the elves. You find yourself watching the tube. Is there any like tasks that you've got that you're not particularly looking forward to? Like you gotta paint the sled, you gotta shovel the snow. Is there anything that grinds your gears? Because again, when you're here, we're very optimistic. We talk about great Christmas music, great Christmas movies and specials. It's almost like we're getting into the ways in which that people as a whole can connect with Santa on a human level. What grinds Santa's gears?
Whew. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. When they're gone, I find myself sad.
Yes.
So I sit around and just put on some movies and I don't do much at all, Dave. I order out and I kick back and go to bed early.
Okay, so this is interesting.
Really?
You talked about ordering out. Where's Santa ordering from?
Oh, there's a great little Italian place just down the lane.
See, now this is the stuff that people tune into this show to see, because on no level was anyone predicting Santa's ordering Italian food.
Oh yeah.
Now Dave, you love Italian food. Dave likes Italian food.
Sure, I notoriously love Italian food.
Notoriously. Now, Dave, when you're going out for Italian, you're ordering a glass of wine. What are you ordering to drink?
Why does it always go to the drinks?
Well, I'll have a glass of wine on occasion if I'm going to order Italian food. Maybe I'll have an aperitif.
Okay. Now, Dave, let's say your wife's not there. Do you order 2 glasses of wine?
If my wife's not there and I'm going, I missed that.
Yeah, probably. The answer is probably.
Probably, yeah.
Now, are you ordering the bottle of wine?
Probably not, because that hits the pocketbook pretty hard.
Okay, so yeah, now Santa, that time around, I believed Dave. I believe that he does not order the bottle of wine.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Now, in terms of what's next in 2023, is there anything non-Christmas related that you're looking forward to? Are there any holidays? Are there any events, any gatherings that sort of catch your eye that people might not know?
Oh, well, That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, I always look forward to Thanksgiving.
Of course.
How can you
It's
not?
almost in many ways the launch point to the holiday season.
It really is,
Hmm.
and it's a great time, great food, and I have to be honest with you. A couple of
Yeah.
the elves and Mrs. Claus, they love Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm not a Halloween fan, but they love
Yeah.
it, so it's fun for us.
Okay,
Uh,
now this again is interesting because I'm also not a big proponent of Halloween. I'm not opposed to it. I don't discriminate against it. It doesn't give me that feeling that
mm.
I want in the way that I get it from Christmas. Now, are you ever in a position where you're forced to celebrate Halloween? Mrs. Claus dressing up? Are the elves dressing up? Are you ever begrudgingly celebrating on behalf of the others?
Not really. I mean, I go along with it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like the arch nemesis, really.
Yes, of course, right? It's the evil side of the holiday season. Now,
But then,
Dave, I want to go to you, Dave, when it comes to Halloween.
Sure.
You ever go to any alcohol fueled Halloween parties?
I mean, I've gone to a Halloween party or two in my time, and sure,
Do a couple keg stands?
there might have been some smooth libations at these parties, but
Okay,
that's neither here nor there. It doesn't reflect on
okay,
my behavior at those parties.
sure, fair enough.
are you
Well,
sure?
Was that?
doesn't it though, Dave?
I mean, sure, I'll have a drink or two or
Okay.
three,
are you
but
are you sure you don't hank the tank it a little bit?
I can handle my own if that's what you're asking, Santa.
Yeah.
But I never drive.
That's my boy.
Okay. Now that was going to be my ultimate question. If Santa ever sees Dave getting behind the wheel, drinking and driving.
Oh, I believe he's very responsible these days.
I mean, Santa, sure. There were a couple of years I got coal in my stocking, but
Yeah, since the children, he's really grown.
yeah. Well, you got
Yeah.
to shape up.
Well, I want to touch on that, Santa, because Dave, since you were here last, has a second child.
Yeah, a little boy. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Yeah. So he's got what would it be now, Dave? A 7-month-old, 8-month-old? What's the
7-month-old
mathematics?
boy, Theodore, and
Hmm.
3-year-old daughter.
Okay. So I want to go to you, Santa. How are things looking for Dave's kids going into the holiday season? When you got a 7-month-old, it's tough to be pretty bad. It's tough to be bad as a 7-month-old. But
It
he's got a
is.
3-year-old daughter. Where does Dave's daughter currently align on the naughty or nice list, or is she taken after the old man? And is she in a purgatory or limbo?
Well, I mean, the little one, that's easy. He's probably going to be really happy with some boxes and some wrapping paper.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call it a day.
Yep.
Yeah, the little girl, is she doing well on the potty training and the sleeping in her own bed?
She sleeps in her own bed. She will wake up at like 4 a.m. and scurry on down to our bed, but that's okay.
Yeah,
And she's been
that's
pretty good with potty training.
good. Well, you can't ask for much more out of a 3-year-old. Is she biting you still?
No biting.
Oh, good. Whew. Well, we're
Now,
good.
now, hold on, Dave. Didn't you mention that your daughter is taken to throwing food?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one thing where she could use a little bit of Santa's encouragement. She does, when she doesn't want what she is served, she will toss it aside.
but you do that as well, yes?
Sure, I haven't been the best role model, Santa.
Now, Santa, I'm
His wife-
glad
his
you
wife
brought
always-
that up. A couple months ago, me and Dave went to get some Italian food. They brought him. He ordered lasagna. It came with some ricotta cheese in the layers. He asked for no ricotta cheese, and he began throwing it around the restaurant.
I was
And
gonna
then
bring
and
that
then it
restaurant up.
demanded, just bring me another bottle of wine.
In my defense, James, I did ask for no ricotta cheese.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
Now,
All is
Dave,
forgiven.
Dave, I want to know what's is there anything on the horizon for you? What's next 2023? Because Santa's here, might have some input for you.
Well, I think in August, I'm taking a trip to Germany for work.
Really?
Historically big Christmas place.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to Cologne, Germany.
Sprechen Sie
And,
Deutsch?
sorry?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
9.
9.
Yeah, Santa, you set him up very nicely to answer that question in German. But hold on now, Dave.
Yes.
Are you not concerned that this trip is also going to fall in line with your recent trips, which is they are ruined?
Well, this one I'm going solo, so that is slightly different than my other trips. I've been able to go on my solo trips without getting sick.
Okay, now, Santa, I'm curious to know, do you foresee Dave enjoying any beverages on the airplane now that he's
Ooh.
flying solo?
Yeah, that's going to be a problem too. You might want to lay off those little bottles of liquor because they'll probably pull you aside and we'll never see you again.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, the air marshal is going to take care of Dave real fast.
Darn.
That makes for a fun YouTube video, though.
Yeah, Dave's going to go viral. It'll one of those classic titles, lunatic man rages in airline flight after he's denied service for more mini alcohol bottles.
Yeah, one of those classic ones.
Yeah.
Now, that sounds like a great trip. I hope you have fun. Have you ever been to Germany?
I have. I've never been to Cologne before, but I've been to Berlin and Munich.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds great.
Okay.
That's better than my summer, that's for sure. I'm just going to be working hard.
Well, you can come, Santa, if you want to.
I might have to join you.
Perfect.
That'd be.
Dave, I'm waiting for my invitation.
What's that?
He wants to make it a threesome.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, you heard it. I want to make you, me, and Santa in Germany because Dave, you need some people keeping you accountable and responsible so you don't break into the cockpit in a drunken rage.
That's true. Well, I'll extend the invite then, James.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Santa, as we begin to wind down, any final words for the people watching you tonight? Again, you're truly a legend on this show. If we had a Mount Rushmore of At Home, you would be there 4 times. I wouldn't even be on the Mount Rushmore. Any words of encouragement or thought for the people watching, whether they're watching live or in the video on demand tomorrow?
Yeah, I really appreciate, number one, that you guys have me on. I wish my life was a little bit more interesting, that I could say, hey, this is what I'm doing in 2020.
No, trust me, we've got Santa Claus here. This is plenty interesting.
But, well, I appreciate that. My life is just pretty much a grind of work, like you guys. And But at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys having me on. And if I can say anything, it'll be just keep being awesome. You can do and be anything you want to be. And everything I do and preach is just be kind. Be nice to each other, take care of each other, and, share some smiles. That's what it's all about.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And then, Dave, hopefully you took that to heart. Because if anyone needs that, it's you.
I'll keep it in mind.
I do love you, Dave. You're my boy.
Santa, look, we're going to let you go because you probably got some stuff to take care of. Because before you know it, it's going to be cold outside. The pumpkin spice lattes are going to be flowing. They're going to be baking the pumpkin pies. People are going to be dressing up, trick-or-treating. Then before that, with the blink of an eye, the turkeys are going to be in the oven. People are going to be giving thanks. Then the snow's going to fall, and you are going to be a very busy man.
I can't wait. Stay cool, my friend. Keep that air conditioner on.
Thank you for being here, and we'll talk soon. Thanks so much, Santa.
All right, love you guys.
Okay.
Be good. Merry Christmas.
The one and only Santa Claus. You're not going to find any other place where Santa is dropping by for a visit, a conversation, discussing both Christmas and not Christmas related things. Dave, I really hope that you took heed of some of those words, especially the drinking and driving.
I mean, I did. And, it's nice to take a few minutes to reflect on all the debaucherous behavior that I've done in the past and
Yes. Well,
look to the future and hope that I do better.
Yeah, well, and that's what we want to do. If you're going to take any of those words of encouragement, it's stay positive, try to be kind, and at least if you're going to drink at home, do it in the basement and keep it away from your youngsters, Dave.
I'll do my best.
Well, as Dave starts to rearrange things here, I've got a great big announcement in relation to next Monday's episode. We've teased it many, many times over the past few months, but it's finally happening. Much to the request of the one and only Dimitri Kirez, next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is the first ever Greek Heritage Night on At Home, where we are going to be learning about the Greek culture. Each and every guest on the show must be Greek. There can be no non-Greek people. I don't even know if I'm allowed on the show, but next week it is Greek culture night. Dave, you're not allowed to stop by.
Well, that feels a little mean, James.
You're not Greek. I don't set the rules here. Dimitri put very strict rules in place.
Well, I'll talk to Dimitri, or maybe I'll figure something out.
Okay, so you're going to try to grease the Greek wheel.
That's right.
All right. Did you like that?
I did. It sounds a little offensive.
Dave, let's be honest. You get a little nervous around Santa?
Of course I get nervous around Santa, James. Who wouldn't?
I'm perfectly comfortable.
Well, I mean, I guess you're a better man than I, but you know,
as Eddie Vedder once sang.
That's right. But Santa has a lot of impact on my life, so I want to impress
and not
him.
only your life, your kid's life.
That's right. So I want to impress him, and I don't want to make a fool out of myself.
He thinks you're a drunk,
which always seems to happen when I'm on with Santa.
Yeah. Tonight we uncovered that you're a drunken liar. Let's keep the show rolling. Let's welcome our second and final guest. Of course, we're talking about Sarah Ellis, a future legend in the at-home world. Sarah, what did you think of Santa Claus?
It was I'm speechless.
I bet you never saw Santa like that, making fun of people.
No, it
telling
really
him to stop drinking, accusing him of drinking tall boys.
By people,
really
you mean me,
humanized
James?
Yeah, that's exactly who I mean. Yes, By people I mean Dave. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it made me like him even more.
Now,
I'm like,
did you get a sense that Dave was nervous as well around Santa Claus?
Yeah. There might have been just like this, maybe like a slight urge to impress.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like overcompensating by being cool.
Think? Yeah, it was desperate, right?
I don't know if it was desperate, but I think it mattered a lot.
I think it was desperate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming in from Dave, confirmed. Our sources can now confirm that Dave was desperate to impress jolly old Saint Nick. Well, I want to keep this show going here. It's What's Next 2023. Sarah, I tasked you with a very important job. I'm curious to know what's on your to-do list. And then we're going to go around the horn a little bit and share some of our mutual tasks at hand. Of course, we know Dave is going to Germany. Santa was invited. I am not invited. But Sarah, what's on your list? What's next 2023?
2023, before the end of the summer, specifically, I want to go to the beach again.
Okay, you recently went to the beach according to Instagram.
Yes, I recently went, but I feel like I didn't make the most of it.
Okay.
Like, I want to go early in the day. I want to go like 9 a.m., get a premium spot in the sand, and then just be there until like 6 p.m.
So you're happy to just roast on the sand?
Yeah. But I mean, like with sunscreen and like with proper protection. But I just want to like read an entire novel.
Okay. Now, Dave, what do you think about that one? As someone who has probably tried and hoped to go to the beach in Maine, you were not allowed to by way of Mother Nature. What do you think about that topic on the list?
You gonna be having any beach beers?
Beach beers, of course.
Okay, there you go. I like it, James.
Yeah, Dave's getting thirsty once he hears beach beers. Okay, now I am not a man who enjoys the beach. Don't like it. I think I would probably decline most beach invitations, barring some type of important birthday. But with that said, I do approve of it being on your list. I approve.
What about for a volleyball competition?
That's what I was going to say. What if there was beach
volleyball? No, I don't like volleyball.
Okay.
My arms are too little. It hurts.
What if it's just a watch?
So I get invited to watch a beach volleyball competition?
Yeah.
You can umpire.
Yeah, I think you're confusing me with Dale Bernier, friend of the show, who notoriously stops at parks to watch people play volleyball.
I was confusing you with Dale.
Yeah, please don't ever confuse me with that again. Sarah, you want to go to the beach, so it sounds like you want to embrace summer fun. Is there anything else in terms of summer fun on your list? Because we had Kathy Fagan here last week who wants to have a water balloon war.
Ooh, that'd be really fun. I'd like to do that. That sounds like a good time. I want to go to La Ronde because I haven't been in years.
Okay, so you like rides.
Love the roller coasters. That's another thing. Go early. Pick like your favorite ride, and then the second the park's open, just run to your favorite ride and get that one out of the way.
Yep.
There's a whole way to do it where you can get the most out of your time.
What's your favorite ride?
Yes.
I really like the Goliath. I like the up and then the root, and I like the monster because it's made of wood and it really feels like you're gonna die because it's so old. Like it can't be safe. It just can't.
Now, James, you don't like theme parks, right?
No, I don't care for theme parks too much. Certain types of public gatherings, especially outdoor summer based, don't do it for me. No, I don't like rides. I get a little queasy on them. I get queasy in short car rides now.
Short car rides?
Yeah, I was in a car from Verdun to St. Henry 4 days ago, which is under 10 minutes. I was full nauseous.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Dave, do you like amusement parks? You got kids. You're gonna have to take them one day.
Well,
you're gonna drop them off at the Goliath, and then you're gonna go to the beer gardens.
On this vacation that was canceled, I was supposed to go to Storyland with my kids, which is a theme park for toddlers, and there's all sorts of like rides and stuff. So I was pretty bummed that I couldn't take my daughter there. But I like a nice ride.
What did you do instead?
Nothing. We went to this J Peak.
Nice.
Just an awful weekend. He got strep throat on his vacation. He's pretending it was a great time.
You gotta fool yourself sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got flown to Disney World once on a private jet. That was cool. By a multi-millionaire.
It sounds like a lie, but it is true.
What?
It is true.
It's true, yeah.
And I believe the pilot said that he had seen Hollywood stars engaging in group sex acts on the plane, correct?
Yeah, but I wasn't to tell anybody that.
So, what's out? I did it. You didn't tell anyone. I did.
Did you sign an NDA? You're fine.
No, I didn't. So I'm fine.
Pilot didn't even give you the names of the celebrities.
No, he didn't. But I have some guesses.
You have some guesses?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I guess we'll have to talk about them off air.
Yeah, sure.
Dave, now are you a little nervous that I said this?
In reality, no, I'm not nervous.
Yeah.
I couldn't
You've been
care
nervous
less.
all night long.
I have been nervous all night long.
Dave, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you have any cold beer? You have any cold beers?
Not in my basement.
Why don't you go get a cold beer and relax?
I got to go upstairs.
Yeah, you've been working hard tonight. You've been doing a great job over the past month. Why don't you go get a cold beer, come downstairs, and just take it easy?
What if I split the difference and I get one at the end of the show?
Well, I want to see you drink it on the air.
I know, but I don't want to go upstairs.
What's upstairs? That's so scary.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Hollywood celebrities having group sex in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Okay,
Pierce
so you want to
Brosnan's
go
up
to La
there.
Ronde. Sarah,
Yeah.
what else? What's next on the list?
I want to do one of those rage cage things.
Oh, now I thought about going to a rage cage a few years ago. I never went. I love the idea of this.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time, and I want to like bring some old stuff.
Okay,
Smash
so
it up.
without getting into specifics,
Yeah.
you're feeling it these days? You must be feeling it
Yeah.
if you want to go to the rage cage.
Yeah, because it's something I've thought about in the past, but lately
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, now would be a good time.
Do you have a thing that you know
Smash
you'd
some
break?
I do. I have a couple things I know I'd break. Yeah.
It sounds, Dave. It looks like you want to guess.
Yeah. Do you want to guess? Take a guess.
Well, I feel like it's got to be. I don't want, yeah, is it a Limp Bizkit record?
Yeah, on vinyl.
On
a
vinyl,
gold
yeah.
record. Okay, you want to go to a rage cage, Dave?
Yeah.
Would you ever get the rage out in the rage cage?
I guess so, but I would feel, and this isn't to insult the idea, but I feel like I'd feel silly doing it.
Or maybe you'd be exhilarated. You're a guy that lives with a lot of anger.
You think so?
Well, I know so.
Yeah.
Keep it in?
I've seen it. Dave keeps it in. Dave keeps it in and he tries to drink it away.
Yeah, you're right, James.
He's got all that rage and he's just trying to drown it.
You know what? I gotta say something.
Yeah.
Man, do I like drinking. Nothing I like more than a nice drink to wash away the pain.
Sarah's going to the rage cage
Yeah.
and destroy things, and Dave, the only thing you're crushing is cans, my friend.
What if you drank a beer in the rage cage and you smash the bottle?
Sure,
If
yeah.
you drank a 6-pack and then just
Hey, why not
smashed-
an even dozen?
Sarah, what else is next for 2023? So we're going through the summer here.
Yeah. I guess in the fall, I want to have a birthday party. I've never had a birthday party.
Okay, we're not going to reveal your birth date unless you want to. What month is your birthday?
October.
October. You got an October birthday. I think that's a great month for a birthday.
Can we just pause for a second? You've never had a birthday party?
Not really. Like, my parents always offered to throw. I'm sure when I was like a child, like a small child, yeah. But as I got older, I never.
But
always
wait,
offered.
I want to examine this. Have you gone out to dinner for your birthday with a few friends? You mean you've never done a group event for your birthday?
Really? I think when I was 12, my parents organized something.
It doesn't count. You were a little kid. Why have you not done a party for your birthday?
I don't know. I guess I just it never seemed important. And probably also, like, to be very frank, I'm probably like, no one gives a shit. No one wants to come to
That's
my
the thing. It's a self-esteem issue.
A lot of people feel that way.
You know what, James?
What's that now?
I don't want to program your show for you, but we got to throw her a birthday party.
You don't have to do that.
It's the first ever At Home presents someone else's birthday party. Now, we've done a lot of birthday episodes on the show, Dave.
That's true.
You've had one. I've had one, which was just the worst episode in the history of this program. Connor Rose had one. Dimitri had one. Andy had one. Carla Ma had one. Raquel Belmonte had one.
And the list goes on, James.
The list goes on and on. You may have had the best birthday episode.
I think so.
We might have to have a Sarah Ellis birthday episode. When people ask why, I'm going to say, because she thinks no one's going to come.
Viewers
now, Sarah, what would your birthday party look like?
Can I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's going to start at La Ronde. Then you're going to go to the beach. Then you're going to a rage cage.
Oh my god, it's like you're reading my mind. But yeah, something
and then if I plan part of it, we're going to have a couple of drinks.
Now I was waiting to see, is Dave going to do it or am I going to do it on this one?
Yeah. I gotta own it.
What are you imagining for the birthday, Sarah? October, there's so much time to plan this.
Maybe something not at my house. My house is kind of small. Is it a party if it's just like 4 people? That's not really a party.
I would say that it's not a party. That's more of a get.
What's the minimum for a party? I'm going to say 8 people.
8?
8 people? I don't know if I can wrangle 8 people.
No, I think you're underestimating the way people value you. I think if you imagined, once this episode ends, you take out a pen, some paper, write down the people that you truly believe would attend, you'd say, oh, wow, I've got like 20 people here.
Yeah, I guess.
And this is coming from someone who doesn't really care about their own birthday, but I often get pressured to plan a birthday event. And I do it every year, and people do come.
Yeah, maybe like a chill hang in a park. October's not too cold.
I think you're undervaluing it by saying it's just going to be a chill hang in the park. It means, oh, it's no big deal if you don't come. I think you have to say, I'm having a birthday party.
Yeah.
I want to see a life-size cutout.
As a guy that likes to party.
I like to party. I want to see a life-size cutout of you that people sign.
Yeah, I want a guest book.
Yeah, guest book.
I want a dunk tank.
A dunk tank.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I want a dunk tank. It's you got Dave sitting on the perch and you got to dunk him in the beer.
A skee ball machine.
Oh yeah, cornhole.
Yeah.
What if we went to an arcade?
That's James.
I mean, it's got to be a 1-2 punch. It's got to be the arcade and then dinner, or dinner and then the arcade. I've gone to an arcade for my birthday.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah. It wasn't really my choice, but I went. You know, traditionally I don't really like a lot of nerd things.
Oh.
Except for improv.
I like nerd things.
yeah, improv is by far, yeah. But I like to imagine that I'm one of the founding fathers in making improv cool.
Yeah, you're the Benjamin Franklin of making it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. Now, I over the weekend was at Montreal Comic-Con.
Oh, how was that? Was it fun?
It was a nightmare.
Did you cosplay?
No, I absolutely did not. And I will say that in terms of the number of people there, it was the most disorderly public gathering I've ever seen in my life. No one walked straight. Everyone zigzagged. People would just stop in lanes. It was like being
They were all drunk.
At a nerdy flea market. I had never seen so many Funko Pops in my life.
Now, what was the big draw of Comic Con? Like, was there anybody there that was like people really wanted to see?
I'm not entirely sure. I read the guest list and I didn't really know. And oh, you know what? I believe Sean Astin was there. I suspect that's a big name for Comic Con.
He's an actor, right, from Lord of the Rings?
Yes, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I believe he was one of the Goonies as well.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a pretty good guest list.
This is to say that being it, I think, I'd be okay at an arcade. I really like bubble hockey. Bubble hockey is a lot of fun.
What's bubble hockey?
Basically, sort of like the hockey player figurines are attached to almost like foosball style knobs and cranks, and it's housed in like a bubble.
A big plastic dome.
Yeah.
Okay, so hockey, but it's baby foot.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to have a birthday party? I think you should do it.
Yeah.
And as someone who has had this exact same conversation with many people who say, I just don't think anyone's going to want to come to my birthday. This advice I will give to you, they will come if you announce it 2 weeks in advance. You can't wait until a couple days before, because everyone's going to say, I want to come, but I've got this thing.
People need to mentally prepare also for a thing.
Yes. And it doesn't have to be, people often think, it's got to be fun. People like celebrating people's birthdays. You plan an arcade night with a meal, people are going to go. People love a bowling birthday.
Oh.
I love bowling.
As someone who does not like to be the focal point of a party, you want to create a party where the focal point is something else. Barbecue, bowling, mini putt, arcade. So.
Magic show.
I think that sounds like a pretty fun birthday. Yeah, Dave will show a magic show. He's gonna start with a full can of beer and he's gonna make it disappear.
I'll tell you what though. When I was a kid, I had a mad scientist birthday party, and that was
weren't you lit on fire?
Yeah, my ass. They lit my ass on fire, and that was fun.
That was the traumatic event that put Dave on the pathway of alcoholism.
Yeah.
A strange man came and set your butt on fire?
That's right. And it was the greatest thing to ever happen to me.
And it's happened many times since. Sarah, what else is on your to-do list?
I guess, I want to leave the city one more time before the end of the year.
Yeah, what's on the horizon?
Nothing yet, but I'm debating. I don't know if I want to do like a take the train to Vancouver, like take the Canadian and do like the 5-day. I love trains.
Wow. My reaction was the exact opposite of James's. That sounds awesome.
I thought you were going to be like, I'm going to go to Ottawa, Quebec City, all the way to Vancouver.
On a train.
Mamma mia,
that'd be great.
That is long.
James, the scenery, though.
Yeah. Beautiful. Once in a lifetime thing.
I'll look at it on a postcard. I'd go absolutely crazy on a train ride that long.
You know what helps?
I love it.
What's that, Dave? Cool. The open bar on the beer rail?
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about this. Now, Sarah, you're talking about maybe going on a trip.
Yeah.
Dave, you talked about, you got a work trip, doesn't count. You have any trips on the horizon? Now, there's something you and me have been throwing around for well over a year now.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fun.
You can say it. It's not a secret. We're not breaking news.
If we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, we're going to Colombia to smoke cocaine.
No, we wanted to go to Nashville because my other Nashville trip.
Dave and James take Nashville.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
You gotta wear cowboy boots.
I would love nothing more. I look great in cowboy clothes.
I don't think I would fit in, my feet are too big for cowboy boots, I think.
You just gotta go to the big and tall store. Yeah, custom made. You're good for it, Dave. You're rich.
But then I don't know. It's gonna hurt. I feel like it's like wearing ski boots.
Maybe you could wear a cowboy outfit, but replace the cowboy boots for ski boots.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the skiing cowboy. Remember the naked cowboy in Times Square? You're a skiing cowboy.
I'll go hang out at J Peak.
Hold on, I gotta write some ideas down. James's bizarre solo character review, where I designate people characters they have to play.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Book
Skiing
it.
cowboy.
Yeah.
We've done it again. Okay, Sarah, what else is on the list?
What else is on the list?
We can't end the show yet. James promised 60 minutes.
I promised 60 minutes.
God.
Don't worry, I've got some things I'm going to add to the list too, but we've got a guest here, David.
Well, I want to. So people have been telling me about. They're like, oh, you should try online dating, and I've never done it, and so I'm like, I should learn about that.
Now this is interesting because this means all three guests on this show have never experienced online dating.
You know, they say some of the coolest people are online.
Yeah, like who?
I mean, I don't know.
Murderers.
Online.
Now, remember when the big thing was like you can't meet people on the internet? They might be murderers, and now you only meet people from the internet. But I was talking about this with someone recently. Approaching people in real life, I sort of feel like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because you could, I'll say this from like a guy's perspective, like I feel like approaching a woman, women's guards are up, and I would say rightfully so. And it's because we're so used to meeting people in an online setting now that it's basically been a full reverse. You thought the creeps were on the internet. Now the creeps are the ones that are audacious enough to approach you in real life. There's been a full flip-flop of what makes for a creep. Sarah, I want to get your female perspective on this.
Well, I agree. I think there are a bunch of creeps everywhere. But yes. I think it depends on how you approach people in real life. Because I think if you read someone's vibe, if they are open or receptive, if you're a decent human or decent at like reading that kind of thing, you can kind of be like, oh, this person doesn't want to be approached right now, and then you don't.
Now Dave,
now Sarah, you teach a class on pickup and game, right?
yes Sarah's actually here to also promote her PUA, which is a competing pickup school to a friend of the show, Socrates' Socrates College.
Yeah, mine is one page. It just says don't.
Okay, so there you go. It's straight into the point. I'm curious to know, let's get into it. We're pivoting here. How do you approach someone in the real world now? How do you do it? Do you have to know them a little bit first? Because where do you God, it's just so hard to meet people these days. Where do you do it? Are people still doing it in bars and in a club?
I don't know.
I don't know either, Dave.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. Like, maybe we're just not the right people to
Why don't we make some guesses here? Dave, let's go to you as someone who I'm hoping will have an affair at some point. I hope it. I think you're going to have one too many one night.
No.
You're going to make some bad decisions.
Not Dave.
No.
Yeah. Dave's going to find himself the subject of a group sex act, a reverse orgy.
Why does it sound like it's happening to him?
Yeah.
I feel
like a victim here.
Dave, we need you, Dave. Okay, ladies.
No, but I think people still go to clubs and people pick up there. But
Yeah.
I feel like in general, you meet people like if you're not like someone who's like a master pickup guy or gal,
a Socrates,
if you will,
Socrates or an Ellis.
Yeah, or an Ellis. Yeah. Then you probably meet people through your friends who are I don't know. I met
That's
Sarah.
what people say, but
not this Sarah.
I was gonna say I've never experienced it, but then I take it back. I have experienced it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how often does that? Do people get set up anymore? There's someone I really want you to meet.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
was set up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I was set up.
Okay.
Set up.
I've never been set up. No one has ever set me up.
Ooh.
That's an indictment on me. That is an indictment. So
no,
Sarah,
but you're particular, James.
What do you mean by that, David?
I mean that you're a particular guy.
This is they're very rich coming from a guy who's been drinking all night.
Well, hey, maybe I'm telling the truth right now.
Yeah, you got your truth serum inside of you.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that? Particular.
Well, you're particular.
Yeah,
you like what you like. So I feel like people would.
Don't we all like what we like?
I feel like people would be nervous introing you to somebody because I feel like you're particular.
So maybe. you're saying, Dave, you would be nervous if you were like, I know this woman, she's single, I can't introduce her to James.
I feel like
you're saying that. You're saying that right now.
No, I don't have anybody in mind, but yeah, maybe I'm saying.
I know,
that.
I know, and I'm not on the pursuit here. But you're saying, if I told you, I think
this. I'd say, James isn't gonna like her. That's what I think.
Fair enough. Now I understand better.
Yeah.
Sarah, I want to go to you. Let's say you got a friend who's riding solo. Do you think I come into your train of thought? What about James? You could say no, and I will not be offended.
Well, I don't have anyone. Like, it would depend on the person, because I don't believe in this. Like, you're single. Just
everything is particular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dave's wilding over there. Okay, so let's get back onto where we were talking about. You're thinking about getting into the online dating world, or as I call it human Netflix.
Yeah, I don't want to, but it sounds like everyone's saying this is what you have to do.
I'll tell you what, people said the same thing to me, and I fought against it.
I
don't bend to peer pressure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun. I'm curious because it's like new.
Yeah.
But like I don't think it'll be fruitful.
It seems like something that not you in particular, but a person should try. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only route to success, or that needs to be.
Why don't we put this to the test? Why don't you open an account, because you're not going to go on any of the dates?
Yeah, you can swipe for us.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, and we can see.
A funny story, actually. When Tinder first came out, I was with the Sarah that I'm currently married to. And she was like, "Oh,
notice he said currently married." No
one ever
says my current wife. No one ever says current. No one ever says that.
Yeah, you're right.
My wife for now.
My wife for now.
Yeah. Nice.
She was like, I want to see what this thing's about. So she, next to me, put her profile on Tinder, and within like minutes was getting like acceptances. But then I got a phone call. Not 10 minutes later, from a friend of mine being like, "Look, buddy, I got real bad news for you." And he had seen my wife, thought she was cheating on me.
But that's a good friend.
Yeah, it's a good friend for sure.
Because I wouldn't.
Keep her.
You wouldn't?
You wouldn't?
No, I'd message your wife.
Well, that's a good friend too.
Yep.
Like if you don't say something, I will.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
I'd say, how can you do this knowing that you currently have a husband?
Yeah.
Sarah, is there anything else on your to-do list? You might dabble in the world of mobile device dating.
What else? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna finish my summer reading list, and I'm gonna give myself till the end of the year, because I know I'm not gonna finish it by the end of the summer.
Got it. Okay. Well, look.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Dave, as we begin to wind down, anything you want to go through on your possible list of what's next for Dave, outside of another beer?
I want to spend just more time outdoors.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in my basement a lot, working.
Yeah, otherwise known as the Dave Cave.
The Dave Cave. I went for a walk at lunch today, and I was like, I need to be outside, at least a couple hours a day.
Yeah, I think that's great. I want to put this out there. I'm often inviting Dave to hang out, and he declines.
That's true.
Yeah.
But not out of the desire to not hang out, more just because I'm busy with other stuff.
Now, this is a little bit off topic. Now, Dave, you're known for predicting and forecasting the types of seasons, the type of year. What do you imagine the remainder of 2023 is going to be like?
Well, it's going to be an interesting back half of the year, that's for sure.
Yeah, why is that?
Why is that? Well, I just feel like a lot of things could happen that would pique one's interest.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of stuff coming up.
Like what?
It's not an Olympic year, but we're preparing for the next year, which is one.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot
So
of preparation.
something to look forward
that.
to. The athletes,
Preparation.
the Olympiad are currently prepping.
A new NHL season's going to start.
Yes,
if you're into that.
Yeah, well, I am. Yeah.
And you know, what's going to happen in the stock market? Who knows?
Could be interesting.
Could be. It's going to be interesting. That's for sure.
I want to add something to the list of what I would like to see and what I'm going to pledge right now, because I wasn't going to pledge this, but when I pledge things on the show, it keeps me accountable. I'm ready.
James,
to make
I'm going to match your pledge.
You're going to match my pledge?
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Double
let's see how you're going to match this.
Okay.
Before the end of 2023, I pledge that there will be a sequel to the At Home Live and in person. We will do a second At Home Live and in person. Dave, how are you going to match that?
I'm going to be there, James.
You're going to be there, so you're going to match it. Wouldn't by matching it meaning there's going to be two before the end of the year? Are you willing to pledge this right now?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Okay, so it is done. We are now forced to be accountable. There will not only be a sequel to At Home Live and in person, there will be a threequel. We have, what is this, roughly 5 months to produce 2 more At Home Live and in persons.
All right.
Dave, I really admire that you matched it and you held on to it.
Hey, well, let's see what happens.
Let's end things with a softie. What are the next things that people are going to eat? I think I'm going to order a Domino's pizza.
Ooh.
I'm gonna I've got a bagel upstairs.
All right, Sarah, you gonna eat anything before bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a pancake.
One?
Yep.
How big?
Wait, what?
I don't know, like 9 inches. I don't know. I'm gonna
Thick
measure
or wide?
What do you mean, 9 inches thick?
Yeah, like a
tall?
9-inch tower of
No,
pancakes.
it's
a loaf, James.
Wide.
Yeah, a 9-inch. That's a
Wide.
pretty big pancake.
So
that thing is well endowed.
do you-
Well, the
Stacked
pan is 12 inches. So
Give me a guy like pancake like that online.
Yeah, that's his username, 9-inch pancake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
pancake.
this feels like an appropriate moment. Final thoughts as we wind down, Sarah?
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
The pleasure has been entirely mine. Dave, final thoughts before you go have your bagel and beer.
You know, stay hydrated. You got to match every drink you have with a glass of water.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm looking forward to the interesting back half of the year.
Yeah. I think I've got a new idea. Dave's tips for an interesting remainder of summer,
Sure, yeah.
which include but are not limited to stay hydrated.
Yeah, that's good
All right,
advice.
that's our show. For Sarah Ellis and for drunken Dave Kaufman, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
Oh.